Products shown in this video were provided by their respective manufacturers for previously sponsored reviews. However, this video is neither sponsored, requested, nor reviewed by any of the brands, so it's an unbiased comparison. This is a follow-up to my video from last year where I compared the Lymow One to the YARBO non-pro mower because that's all I had at the time. It wasn't a fair comparison because Lymow had fixed steel blades while YARBO was still using razor blades. Well, since then, I received and reviewed the YARBO Pro mower, which has stronger motors and fixed steel blades now, as well as the Lymow One PLUS, which has upgraded motors, plus a completely redesigned cutting deck with full-time side discharge. For complete details on each of these mowers, please see the video description for links to the related videos. Now that both of these mowers have tracks and fixed blades, I'm going to focus this comparison on their performance and cut quality. I created two side-by-side 2,500 square foot zones in my front yard so I could compare them under identical conditions. I already had my property mapped for both of these mowers, so I was attempting to create a smaller zone within an existing zone. First I brought out Lymow and it mapped the test zone fine, but as you'll see later, it threw an error when I tried to mow it. Out of the gate, YARBO had an issue getting a GPS signal. I ended up rebooting the robot and the data center to get it running and let me map the zone. But it worked fine after that. Okay, I'm going to do my best to start these both at the same time and hopefully they will go in the same direction. We'll see. Alright, so here goes YARBO. And in YARBO fashion, it's going to go and do what it wants to do. And I just started Lymow. Interesting, he backed up off the boundary. Alright, I heard YARBO go up to speed. He is mowing. Lymow is still doing its calibration. And an error occurred. Please ensure all target mowing zones are connected by channels. Oh, great. Clear error. Resume. Let me speed this up and summarize what's happening here. Lymow won't let you mow a zone without a path back to the dock. Now, you don't need to create paths between adjacent zones, but for some reason, it didn't work for this test zone within the zone. So I tried creating a path from the test zone to the dock, but that didn't work for some reason, and the clock was ticking because YARBO was already mowing. The easiest solution that I found was just to delete the big zone and create the path from the test zone back to the dock. And then later when I was done, I could just restore my backed up map to bring back that big zone. Oh, amen. And Lymow is mowing. Alright, so I have YARBO set to do the field first, and I have Lymow set to do the perimeter first. Other than this little wavy dance here that Lymow did after completing the perimeter lap, it proceeded to make perfectly straight lines for the rest of this test. Now these are both mowing to 3.5 inches, and they're both on a medium speed. Both blade speed as well as moving speed. With some creative editing here, I can show you both mowers starting a stripe coming towards the camera. YARBO has the advantage of a wider 20-inch cut compared to the Lymow at 16 inches, but Lymow has the advantage of being smaller and lighter and more nimble. Not only is Lymow traveling a little bit faster than YARBO, but it's much more efficient in its turning. YARBO is a behemoth in size and weighs nearly 200 pounds. It's configured by default to use what they call smart turning mode, which is a multi-point turn that supposedly does less wear on the grass than just a traditional zero turn, and I would agree. And although tracks are great for traction, they also rip grass blades every time they turn. And this may not be noticeable in the spring when the grass is thriving, but be prepared to do some spot seeding in the fall to fix the damage. At 78 pounds, Lymow is much lighter, so it causes less damage, but it will still cause some damage if it turns in the same spots every time. Although it's possible to tweak the mowing speed on both of these mowers, In this test, using the default settings, Lymow did 3 stripes for every 2 by Yarbo. Now, even though Lymow had a bit of a shit show to begin with because it wouldn't let me put an overlapping zone. So Yarbo started ahead of time. Lymow, I don't even know how many minutes late it was. I'll put it on the screen. But you could see Lymow is done and going back to its dock. Now they are both set to 3.5 inches, but you can definitely see a difference that the Yarbo is mowing closer, smaller, tighter. Now this grass, although it looks tall for me, it's only about 4, maybe 4.5 inches tall. Okay, hopefully you can see that. 4.5 inches, something like that. So Lymow, that's set at 3.5, and it certainly does look like it's mowed at 3.5. And Yarbo, set at 3.5, looks like it's cutting it more like 3 inches. That's why it looks tighter, definitely shorter. Now my wife would say this Lymow side looks like it still needs to be mowed because it's not short enough. I like it, it's cleaned up, but I like my grass to be tall because it's better for the grass, especially in the hot summer. So it doesn't look bad, but the Yarbo side definitely is shorter. It's that simple. And it cut off so much grass that you can see the clippings. So it's not mulching them. It's, well, I mean, technically it's mulch, but this is an example of probably mowing overgrown grass from a Yarbo perspective. I would never cut off 1.5 inches. What I would do in that case is I would start it at 4 inches and work my way down. Now Yarbo is dead here in the corner because it doesn't have a path back to the dock. I didn't create one. All right, let's take a look at the cut quality here. You can see this is the unmowed area. And this is the side that was mowed by Lymow. And this is the side that was mowed by Yarbo, the YARBO PRO. Which one do you think is better? Again, it's a little unfair because this grass is taller. But if you ask me, this is mowed to what I told it to, 3.5. The other one is mowed too short. Now this is the Lymow One PLUS looking across the stripes. So you can see if there's any stragglers. And there are. There always are. But what you could do is put it on crisscross and have it do twice. And this is Yarbo looking across the stripes. Still some stragglers, but not too bad. Which one do you think is better? Alright, let's take a look at the stripes here. This is the Lymow One PLUS stripes. Nice and orderly. And then these are YARBO PRO. And truthfully, if striping is important to you, you definitely get your money's worth with the Yarbo. In June of 2026, the Lymow One PLUS is selling for $3,000 with the 5-amp charger. That recharges in 150 minutes. If you upgrade with $200 more for the 10-amp charger, you can shorten that to 90 minutes. So it all depends on how much do you want to mow in one day. The warranty for the Lymow One PLUS is 3 years, but they do have additional warranty accidental coverage that you can buy. And the only accessory that I would recommend you get from the start is an extra set of blades, definitely. And then that way you can always keep one set sharp while you're using one to mow with. If you're a new Yarbo user and you want to get started with the Lawn Mower Pro, it will cost you $5,500. And that comes with a 2-year warranty, but you can extend it and also add accidental damage if you want. This shows you everything that's included in the box. And if you already have the Yarbo and you want to just add the Pro module, it's $2,100. But you can also you can see they have several packages here depending upon what you want to do. So for example, this is the Lawn Mower Pro and Snowblower. I would minimally recommend that. That's $6,500. So for an extra $1,000, you get the Snowblower with the Pro mower. Or you can go crazy and get everything. The Pro mower, the Snowblower, the blower add-on, which is a leaf blower, and even the trimmer. You can get that for $7,750. So that's really, again, the whole point of Yarbo is that it's plug and play. It has a lot of modules and a lot of options. Obviously, the more you buy, the more you save, and they do provide financing. Now, for both of these, both Yarbo as well as Lymow, I am an affiliate, and there are links in the video description as well as discount codes for both of them. So check those out if you want to buy them. Now, I'm going to be totally transparent here. There are two reasons why I do not use the Yarbo lawnmower, even though it's the most expensive lawnmower that I have in my arsenal. The first is the damage that it does to the grass, because I spent a lot of time fixing those spots last year by spot seeding and watering them and everything to get them to grow back. And I don't want to do that again. And the second is the noise. My wife hates the sound of the Yarbo tracks. And I know that's all gear driven for torque because it's a snowblower in the winter and it needs that level of torque. But in the summer, it is just unbearable. So that's why I don't use it. Now, Lymow, on the other hand, is completely different. The tracks are absolutely silent, the drive motors on the Lymow. The only thing you hear is when the blades are turning. It's generating air noise, like a fan running. Actually, it's two fans, because there's two blades. And because it's side discharge, it's open on the side, you can hear that air coming out and the sound waves coming out at you. It's all enclosed underneath the Yarbo Pro, and if you listen closely, you can hear those blades turning, but the tracks are so loud that you don't even notice it. All right, let's have a real conversation here about customer service, because if you look online, you are going to find tons of complaints about both companies. People say both of these companies suck and you should not buy this product. I don't know what to say. Yes, I've been sponsored and I got these things for free, but my experience has not been horrible. Now, I have had problems with Yarbo. I've had a dead mower that had to be replaced. Huh. It's weird. So the blade started up until the core started moving. And more recently, I actually had a dead camera on the Rover that they send you the camera with no directions, and I wound up having to replace it myself, which just kind of bothered me a little bit. I haven't made a video about that yet, but if you think that would be useful to you, I certainly can. I just don't think it's going to be very popular. That's for sure. Now, with Lymow, I've had no issues with the Lymow One. There were a lot of software issues early on, but hardware-wise, no problem. It has been solid. In fact, it's still in use at my daughter's house today. This year, though, the One Plus seems to have a weaker GPS. When it goes under trees, you can actually see the accuracy drop. And I don't have very big trees, and I've seen a lot of people complain about it, that if you do have big trees, the Lymow One Plus may not be for you. So I don't know what to say. I do know, however, that obstacle avoidance seems to be a problem. When I have obstacle avoidance on and I mow my parkways, which are these little strips next to, between the street and the sidewalk, I had this clip. It goes off the curb for some reason. If I turn off obstacle avoidance and run it again, that doesn't happen. So these quirks you got to work out. Now, as far as consumables, the blades for Lymow are $30 to get a replacement set of blades. Yarbos are $90. And the battery cost for Lymow, it is $6.99, and that is a lithium iron phosphate battery, which is better in the summer. Yarbo has an inferior battery that's better in the winter, but it overheats in the summer, and that one will cost you $11.99. So that one is nearly twice as much. Now, as far as charging is concerned, Lymow did an improvement with the One Plus, and they put the charging contacts on top. They used to be on the bottom, and that caused all kinds of problems for other people. I didn't have any problem with the bottom contacts. Like I said, it's still in use today, but a lot of people had problems. Yarbo absolutely has a superior induction charging dock, and they need that with no metal contacts on it because it has to be out in the winter. It has to charge as a snowblower. And so the bottom line that I still stand behind my original comparison. If you're just looking for a lawnmower that is rugged and has tracks and fixed blades, Lymow is still a better lawnmower. But if that's all you need, if you need a snowblower, Lymow doesn't do that. So it's not a fair comparison. Then Yarbo's worth it. It's almost only worth it if you're going to use it for multiple things the way it was intended. If you're just going to buy Yarbo for a lawnmower, I would say save your money. You can buy 2 Lymows for that much. So anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Leave me a comment down below. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you in the next one. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDad.tv for more great ideas and information.